Hello everyone, my name's Chris Smith and I'm Head of Product Delivery here at Redgate Software, and you can see me right here. Hi. So I thought I'd share today what Redgate are doing around reteaming. So that's how we reorganize and change up our development teams every year. We try to give the people that work for us an opportunity to have a really strong say on where they work, to determine which work amongst the huge array of different kinds of things that we're doing at Redgate, which work speaks to them, which is most motivating for them, which they'd like to get on board with, where are their skills or areas that they'd like to develop, and they can move towards work that speaks to that. So what I'm going to do here, what I'm in at the moment is the middle of our Reteaming charter event. That's an event where all of our teams, all of our team leaders have written down a team charter, a kind of a very lightweight canvas that explains what their team will be like in the coming year, what work they will do, what kind of practices they'll have, what their approach is, how they'll have fun. They've captured that into some lightweight canvases. And we've got everyone in product development now to come and have a look. Have a look at what's on their charters for next year, get a bit of an idea of what the team will be like, talk to the team leaders around that team, and get a sense of whether that speaks to them, whether that's something that they'd like to be involved in. So previously, we've done this kind of process driven from a physical location with an event where we get everyone together to have a look at what's available through the year, in the teams throughout the year, would have been in a large open space, wandering around talking to each other. Obviously, we can't do that this year, so we're doing it virtually, and that's where I'm speaking to you from this morning. So this is a virtual space from a tool called Spatial Chat, where we can ask everyone to join, and they can come along and drop in and out of conversations and move around this virtual expo space. The video and the sound, the microphone, is based on proximity. So if I get very close in this virtual space to somebody else, they can hear me talk and they can see me. We can have a chat. But then I can wander off, and as I disappear, my sound will get reduced, will get quieter, and then they won't be able to hear me when I'm over in the different part of the virtual space. Something like that is really great for recreating that kind of open plan, expo, kind of dropping in and out, cocktail party type vibe. Lots of different conversations going on at one time, but in different areas of a shared environment. So we'll have a little look around, see what's going on inside the event. And what you'll see is people having a chat with team leaders, looking at team charters, and trying to get a sense of what might be coming for each team this year. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. I'm just going to take you up here from virtual space to have a look at the overall plan. And hopefully you can see, oh, there's Josh. Hi, Josh. You can see where we are. So we've had a plan put together for Redgate's team structure this year. We've shared that plan. We've got our team leadership groups together, and those team leadership groups have created these lightweight charters that will that will help light up what each team are going to be doing in the coming year. This is where we are today. We're at this team charters event. Following this event, we will have chats with all of our people to find out what they think, what their preference is. Would they like to stay in their current team? Would they like to move? What's their second preference? And all important is why that is. Why do you want to move? And then we'll take those preferences and see if we can create a team structure that works and is fit for purpose for our product strategies moving forward. There'll be a little wiggling there where we ask people if they could perhaps tweak some of their preferences, or whether we can ask them to go and work somewhere they hadn't considered, especially if that speaks to the whys they've told us about. And then we'll be good to go and we can launch into our new teams. So here I am in the lobby of our expo event, and you can see that we've ended up in an area that's not got many people in it, but just providing some information about the overall leadership structure in our division over here, and also the overall process for our reteaming up there. So just a bit of information, and it tells us what to do. If we click on some rooms, we can visit the other teams. So let's go and do that. So I'm going to click onto the monitoring space over here. Ooh. All of a sudden, we'll drop in to a new space. This is a recreation of Redgate's SQL Server. This is our canteen. There's 3 teams here presenting their charters. And here we are. This is some information about what this team will be doing this year. So their purpose as a team, what they own. This team looking after SQL Monitor, has some SQL backup responsibilities as well. What we expect from you. You know, you want to work on the front and the back end of the code base. We're kind of end-to-end developers. We've not got specialized front and back end developers. What would be good for our team? What would be really successful? And how will we roll? How do we collaborate? How do we have fun? So people can hop around, look at charters like this. Let's go around and.
So that could still definitely happen.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Cool. Cheers, John.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
How are we doing?
It's really weird.
So just you know, right now I'm recording my screen. So I thought it'd be nice to share a little picture of what you do at a reteaming event. It's mostly me talking to myself, so I'll sort of come and talk to some humans rather than just me talking to myself. How's the reteam as kind of people that are in the Honeybees team, and then talking to folks that come and have a look around? What's it been like so far?
Really encouraging. I think there's two reasons. One is usually the Honeybees doesn't always get a huge amount of visitors, which is not negative of the team. I think it's just because people can mistakenly see it as a legacy kind of product, whereas naturally we flip between exploit and sustain, which is really cool. But what's been really, really nice is the type of questions that have come up from the other engineers have not been only development questions. It hasn't been what technology you're using, what programming you're using. It has been what's coming up, what type of commercial challenges, even though they're not using those words, have we got coming? You know, I've heard about ADS, are you still doing stuff there? You know, and we've been talking about, I think Kiara's taken over the wrong word, but Kiara's, I've asked her for help on several of them because the questions are more suited to the product manager, and that's really, really healthy and encouraging.
That's cool. So they're talking as much about, you know, the purpose and what's the value of us doing this work, more than like, you know, how much mobbing do you do? Which I guess is a question, but they were focusing on the kind of why are you here, and what if I joined, what would I be contributing to?
Totally. We haven't. I don't think the way the team works, I don't think has been asked. I don't think we've mentioned the word mobbing or pairing or anything like that. It has been much more about what are the type of challenges we've got over the next 3-6 months, and to answer that, you know, we will talk about commercial direction why, and the Nadrian's obviously also spoken up in regards to why it's technically challenging to get there. It's brilliant.
That's cool. Thanks for being here. I'm going to have a little look at your charter, so I'll wander off if that's right. See you later.
Right.
Okay, let's go and have a look and see if we can chat to another team. Let's do that. Okay, so this is the RTX team, newly formed RTX team. Let's go and see. Let's go and see who we find over here. Hello.
Hello.
Right. So you three are the you're part of the leadership roles around our RCX team. Is that right? We got Ivo, Kendra, and Beth. Hello.
Yeah. Normally we would have Stephanie as well, but so she's off this week.
So yeah, I'm just sort of travelling around this event to sort of see people's thoughts on how it's going in regards to reteaming. You folks are leadership roles, and you've helped sort of create these team charters that we're talking about with people. Have you had people come along and chat to you so far today?
We've had a reasonable number of people. I guess mostly they have been towards the more experienced engineers. I guess have, a bunch of reasonably experienced engineers have come and talked to us.
So what are the kind of things they're asking? Obviously, you guys have put together a really cool charter, as I sort of said, with a X-Men theme, which is excellent. Who's photoshopping the skills there of it? Great work.
That would be mine.
Yeah, what do they want to know, like, that isn't already in the charter? I'm interested to know what kind of questions they've had.
There's been an element of just sort of finding out, you know, how we bond as a team and how we have fun. So there's been an element of us just sort of talking through in a bit more detail some aspects of the charter.
So one thing we were asked, we've been asked a little bit about the roadmap. So one thing we were asked was kind of what's the biggest challenge for our team this year, and also around kind of the greenfield work, how much we anticipate it to be kind of copying code from existing tools versus greenfield from scratch.
Classic developer question, that one. Classic. How much can I get to write that's all new and haven't got a few months? But it sounds a bit like you've been interviewed by people. Is that how it's felt?
I think it's just people being curious, really,
Right.
and just digging into the detail and just, asking the questions that are important to them a lot of the time.
There's a little bit of reteaming is a little bit like interviewing different teams to find out things about them, though, isn't it? Like, I can see similarities between this and like a healthy interview process.
There are people looking for new opportunities and want to choose the work. You don't move unless you know that you're comfortable that where you're going is going to be somewhere you're going to feel like works for you, and their approach meshes with how you expect to do things, and also something that you're interested in. So the due diligence here is probably really important. So thank you very much for answering all their questions.
Cheers,
Right,
Greg.
I shall go and see some other people. So enjoy the rest of the expo. I think we're just over halfway through, so hopefully you can keep with it. And I'll catch you all later. Bye.
We'll soldier through.
Good work.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of view inside our team expo, our team charters expo. If you have any questions about reteaming or would like to talk a little bit more about how we do it, then head over to ingeniouslysimple.com, where we've got lots of articles around that stuff. And we're hiring at the moment, so if you're a developer that's interested in the idea of being somewhere where you get a little bit more of an influence and a say in what you do, what you work on, and where you'll go, then look on our careers page at Redgate.com. Thanks very much. See you later.